Hey, how's it going? Geek Speak Show covering Silicon Valley Comic Con, day number 2, really the first full day with us. It's not Silicon Valley Comic Con without Legion M. Here's Paul Scanlon, CEO, co-founder. How you doing, Paul?
Hey, I'm good. We're here in the Legion M parking lot.
Yeah. The lobby is actually the parking lot for Legion. See, that's when you know you're special, when you have your own.
Yeah, when we
spot.
get to just pull up the car and just park
In
right
the
here,
convention
get
center.
out and roll. You know, Waz has got us set up, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, seriously, appropriate that you guys are here because you were born here 2 years ago.
We were born 2 years ago here, and we couldn't be more excited. I mean, this is like a dream come true, honestly. Like 2 years ago, we launched our company here, and for the first time ever, we were telling everyone that we wanted to start a fan-owned entertainment company. And I feel like at that time, if I had told you even that we'd come back 2 years later and we'd have 4 film projects and multiple TV projects, and we'll have immortalized Stan Lee in cement, and all the things that we've done, you'd say, Paul, you're kind of dreaming. Slow down.
His hands, not Stan Lee himself.
Yeah.
Let's make that
his
clear.
hand and his feet, actually.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
But anyway, I mean, here we are, like 2 years later, and it's like looking back at just what we've accomplished. And when I say we, I don't mean just us. I mean we, as a fan community. We've put a dent in the entertainment industry, and I feel like we're like a snowball. You know, it's like when we first launched it here, it was just a tiny little fleck of snow that we were building and packing and rolling, and now it takes on more snow with every revolution. I mean, we're over 30,000 members already, and you know, we had one of the top reviewed films at Sundance, and we've got a film that we're giving a sneak peek to Silicon Valley Comic-Con attendees to see the film for the very first time, and we partnered with Dean Devlin, one of the biggest producers in Hollywood, not to do a big Hollywood production, but to do an independent film and an independently released film, and so we're super excited to share that tonight.
Yeah, I was actually going to go there. I mean, last year, the second year too for you guys. And for Silicon Valley Comic Con, you had it'll never get old, a colossal film that you guys premiered.
Yes, we did.
Now, like Paul just mentioned, not only is it directed by Dean Devlin, who stars in it?
Oh, a guy named David Tennant. I don't know if anyone here has ever heard of him. I think he might actually be here signing autographs. No, it's a perfect film. It's a perfect film for Legion M, but it's also the perfect film to talk about at Silicon Valley Comic Con. David Tennant is here signing autographs. For those who don't know, it may be obvious, he's number 10 Doctor Who, and he plays a villain in our film.
Yeah, and we won't give it away. It comes out May 4th, free comic book day weekend. Get your comics, then go see the movie. I've seen it a few times. I'll just say it'll keep you guessing as to who the Bad Samaritan actually is, who the villain actually is.
Yeah.
And even then, it may not be who you think it is.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Yeah. So we talked to Dean actually at WonderCon about this a little bit, but let me ask you guys: who approached who first about getting behind Bad Samaritan?
It's a good question. Yeah, we had approached, we had talked to Electric Entertainment, to folks at Dean's company, and we were sharing with them, and just in our normal outreach, letting all the different people that we want to work with know about us. And we were working with some of Dean's team, and the feedback we got was, wow, Dean will really like this when he hears about it. And, you know, time had passed, and we finally had an opportunity to meet with Dean. And when we met with Dean, it was like, I don't even know how else to describe it other than it was just like a kumbaya. Like, Dean completely gets us, and we completely get him. And, you know, he told us about this Bad Samaritan project, and it was, you know, we were just excited about it. It seemed like a perfect opportunity to lock arms. You know, Dean is very well known for some of Hollywood's biggest films, like Independence Day, but this is like a passion project for him, where he's independently producing this and independently distributing it. But not in a small way. This is Dean Devlin independently, you know, producing something. So it'll, you know, we also wanted a film that would reach had potential to go to a mass market and be available for our Legion members who are now around the world to have access to in a theater to go see it.
Yeah, and when you first told them about it, like you said, we got each other. And see, and I got to get personal a little bit. I love hearing these stories from you guys, because when Legion M launched, you've gotten to meet Kevin Smith,
Yep.
Stan Lee,
Yep.
another guy, Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
You went to his house.
Yep.
You got to see his cool
Yep.
house. Now Dean Devlin, David Tennant. So
Yep.
those, I mean, you guys aren't. You gonna do another round for?
Yeah. So we want to keep growing. I mean, remember our logo has an M with a bar over it, which is the Roman numeral for 1 million. Our long-term goal, right here. Our long-term goal is to unite 1 million fans together. So, we're just getting started, and we feel like with the fans behind us and that community together, that we can create one of the most influential entertainment companies on the planet.
Yeah, I mentioned when we first met.
Yep.
Seems like years ago, but when we first met here at
2
Silicon,
years ago.
Yeah,
right here.
But I said when this crowd here, when they hear what you have to say, they're not gonna doubt you.
Yep.
But now that they've seen what you actually do, it's like that's why I'm asking you. We need to be a part of it. So
yeah, no, it's a good point. I mean, we feel like when we were announcing and launching the company for the first time, it was hard because we had a vision for what we wanted to do, but we didn't have any examples.
Yeah.
And and you can do your hand waving and everything else, but at the end of the day, it takes a lot of trust. And if people are going to be investing their money into Legion M, and by the way, it's free to join Legion M, and we do that because we want people to know what they're getting into. And if they decide to invest in Legion M, that's great too. They can own a piece of the company alongside of us. But it's important that people understand that we want total transparency. Like, we want the community to know what we're doing and what we're getting involved in. We also, there's a lot where the community contributes. Our booth here today is staffed by a lot of our amazing volunteers that come from the Legion. When we go to a film festival, we allow Legion M members to sign up as a scout and go to that festival and give us notes and write reviews about films, and all that information gets pulled back into to give us better data when we're making decisions about where we want to invest the money.
Yeah, well, because like what we do on the Geek Speak show, that's why I have the team, because I can't be everywhere.
Yeah.
So they'll catch things that hey, we should cover them. So yeah, I totally get that.
Well, it's funny because with Legion M, I mean, we're an entertainment company, but we're also, we see it first and foremost as a community, and a lot of the investment that we're making right now is investing in the tools that help us as a company harness the power of that community. Programs like the Scout program, we have a meetup maker, so when Bad Samaritan comes out on May 4th, we already have thousands of people that have signed up to be notified for when the film releases, so that they can go and see it together with other Legion M members. And we've had over 300 people volunteer to organize one of those meetups. And our goal is to keep doubling in size, but that's a real really strong power to have when we're releasing a film. If we can have thousands of people getting together to go see that film together, that makes a difference, and that's something that's compelling to Dean Devlin, but it's compelling to the industry as a whole.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been ahead of entertainment for a while. I mean,
Yep.
you and Jeff were the ones that said, yeah, we should stream content on phones.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, psst,
No one
who's
thought
gonna
that
do
was
that?
a good idea.
Really? How do you watch everything? Right? So yeah. Maybe you can't talk about it yet. I know Bad Samaritan's coming May 4th. Watch it a few times.
Yep.
Then watch it again.
In theaters May 4th.
Yeah.
And if you're interested, if you want to learn more about Legion M, you can sign up to go see the film with other Legion M members, because there's going to be meetups happening all around the country.
TheLegionM.com,
Yep.
in case you're wondering. Can you talk, or at least tease, what else you got coming?
Well, we had our film Mandy premiered at Sundance, and we're happy to report it was literally the #1 best reviewed film at Sundance this year. And so again, part of that community building is Legion M had a venue at Sundance this year. We actually had the venue before we knew that Mandy had even gotten into Sundance.
Yeah.
So having Mandy there and having it get all the buzz that it got was like a bonus. But the important part was that Legion M met up and we came together at Sundance and we put on one of the best venues. We had sponsors pay for it. But we introduced the independent film festival scene to Legion M, and the response was amazing. And so Mandy's coming out. We don't have a release date yet, but it's been picked up for a theatrical release in the fall. It's starring Nick Cage. It's a crazy, crazy movie, but it's really good. And so we're really excited about that. We've got multiple projects that we just announced at WonderCon, 3 new TV series that we've got in development that we'll be talking more about in the coming months. And yeah, and we got a new round opening up. So if people are interested, they can make a reservation for that round. That guarantees them a spot in the round because our rounds often sell out. But it's non-binding, so if they change their mind before the round closes, they're not obligated. But if they can do that at legionm.com. They can make a reservation.
And let's end on a fun thing. There's a new game. It's called Where's Henry? Right here, zoom in. Somewhere in here is.
This is it. I think Henry's right down here. So if you zoom in really close. Well, that's the day
I had the wig. So no, don't show him that one.
So this is important. I'm glad he pointed it out because this is our shareholder base. And when we do our production credit in our film, like Mandy has a production credit that is the Legion M logo made up of individual pictures of all of our investors. So Henry's in here somewhere. We'll find him.
Yeah, like I said, camera, zoom in. Have fun playing there. In the meantime, congrats again on everything that you guys are doing.
Well,
looking forward to everything else.
Thank you for being one of the first to talk to us.
Yeah, well, like I always say on the show, proud of everything I'm seeing, but also proud that you guys are friends.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I feel the same way. Thank you, Henry.
So, Paul Scanlon, Legion M. Thanks a lot, Paul.
All right, thank you. No, it's our pleasure.